Talking to cinematographers, one of my most favorite pastimes.
Really? Well, thank you. I appreciate it.
How exciting, because cinematography is something that so often people overlook about a film. They're like, yeah, it looks pretty, but they don't look at what went into making it look and making you feel the way you feel when you see it. What were some of the considerations when for your approach to this film that has now led you to a Spirit Award nomination?
Oh, it's great questions. I mean, it's always about the story first. You know, the story takes precedence, and you're really just trying to figure out the angles and the shots that really help to tell that story. And in this case, it was a lot to do with the architecture. So we really went into these locations, like just trying to show, okay, what highlights this architecture the best, or what lends itself to the mood of the scene. And it just sort of worked from there. So it was definitely figuring out how to include the locations within the story.
Would you say this is one of the more challenging shoots that you've done from that standpoint?
It was definitely a challenge. It was a different approach. I feel like most films and most things, you're always following the actors, and that is the main focus. Whereas this one, it was kind of like, yeah, we care about them, but we also care about these spaces that they're inhabiting. So it was a definite challenge to get into that mindset of, okay, you know, while they are important, they're not the only thing we care about. We care about what's going on in the background, and actually, for every shot of the movie, Kogonada wanted it to work without people in it. So we actually framed everything up as a shot he could cut back to as just a plate, because so much of the movie is about absence and presence. So like, even if you're not in these spaces, they still exist, and they still, you know, they're still a thing, and we want to show off, you know, the beauty of this design.
And beautiful is an understatement. For the visual tonal bandwidth of this film, beautiful is an understatement. It's just fabulous.
Thank you so much. That's so kind.
Are you surprised by receiving a Spirit Award nomination for your work?
Yes, very surprised. I mean, I've made, you know, a fair number of these small movies like this, and you just hope that people see them, because, you know, a lot of times you don't know if you're going to have distribution, or if if you're going to get into festivals, or, you know, you just want these films to find an audience, and I feel really lucky that this has found an audience and people have really connected with it. So.
And you got a nomination out of it.
I know, it's crazy. I mean, like, these other films, the other cinematographers, I'm blown away to even be like in this group. I mean, I'm really honored.
I've got to ask you, cinematography as a whole this year, when you look at the wealth of films, and we look at the Oscar-nominated films, The Shape of Water, you know, Dan Laustin's work, or Rachel's work with Mudbound, you know, each year I see cinematography growing and becoming more of a storytelling tool than previously in the past. Do you find that to be the case with many of your peers and what's happening in the industry?
I don't know if I find it to be more. I think the technology is just changing so fast, and I don't know. I feel like people are always discovering new ways to enhance the story, or to really tell the story with the camera or with the lighting. And a lot of these new tools are making things possible that weren't possible just a few years ago. So I think it's that technology is helping basically fuel creativity.
Well, congratulations again. I'm so, anytime a cinematographer, his work is noted, I'm happy. So go in there, have fun, eat, drink, and be merry.
All right, thank you. It was really nice to meet you.